Hey, Viola Rules here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So let's go ahead and talk to Officer Marshall, see if we can learn anything from him. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. That contradicts something she told us earlier, but go on. This here's the autopsy report. Oh, well, thank you.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So, there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot?
So it seems, like calling an unarmed van to a shootout at high noon. Tell us more about Marshall. I don't mean any offense, but... Oh, tell me more about yourself. God, forgot we were talking to Officer Marshall. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it, I guess. But, Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. They shoot you for everything in Texas, don't they? Don't take that seriously, please. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. But you're no longer a detective, so why are you... whatever. Oh, really? Now, he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by the order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation?
Oh, wow.
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Well, you're a jerk, aren't you?
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here, but who? Office atmosphere? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence, arranging testimonies, you name it. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prospectors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
Yeah, but as Von Karma showed, false evidence is also used by them. So, If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you can find one person. But they're off limits, untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Bambina, it's your sister, Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case?
Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? Possibly. I don't think I have anything I can present to you, right? Probably not. I probably shouldn't, but, I mean... What's that? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros.
Okay, then. Let's see what he thinks with the prosecutor trophy. Ah, a toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Wow. Okay, I don't think we can present anything else, so... maybe there's something over here that I haven't looked at yet? Oh, hey, I found something. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
You're right. Let's see. 6-7S 12/2.
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed?
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goon's note added to the court record?
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she didn't.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
That's great and all, but if she says that she did it, the court will condemn her, so... Oh, by the way, Emma?
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
Yeah, that tone. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. Okay. So, cell phone added, or I guess updated? Because I already had it in the court record. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. And we will continue this in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed this one, give this video a like. Also, be sure to like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter, as well as support my Patreon. And check out my reaction channel. All those links will be in the description below. And subscribe for more. If you are subscribed or a new subscriber right now, be sure to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload videos. This is Viola Rules, signing off. Talk to you later.